All right, guys, let's talk mental health. We talk a lot about the stigma that goes along with mental illness, and one of the biggest misconceptions is that it's a sign of weakness. And you hear this a lot, especially with men. As young boys, we're taught how to be a man or how men are supposed to act. We're told that big boys don't cry and to never show emotion, to be tough. I was watching a documentary recently on the show American Gladiators, and there's a clip that I wanted to share. Dan Clark, who was known as Nitro on the show, discusses how, as a kid, he lived with his mother and he was now going to have to go live with his father in another city. When he was on the plane getting ready to leave, he was really sad about leaving his mother and was crying a lot in his seat. And a gentleman that was sitting behind him tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Let me see you make a muscle." Dan makes a muscle, and the guy goes, "See that? You're a big boy, and big boys don't cry." You hear this a lot with kids, especially our young boys. And here's how the effects of that conversation, along with the idea that men aren't supposed to show emotions, can have on someone.
And when I woke up one too many mornings, on the floor crying, that's when I just, had to have the courage, as a big, strong dude to say, I need help. I went and saw somebody, started to get therapy. I started to build my life back on gratitude, authenticity, being present in the moment, not always chasing that success. But as I get to be an older man, I can still hear that guy's voice when I was on the plane. Big boys don't cry. But now I know that big boys don't cry, but men do.
Now, while I wish Dan Clark or anyone else didn't have to go through any trauma, this message is really important. Understand that we are allowed to feel, we are allowed to have emotions. And if we're not allowed to work through our emotions or learn healthy ways to deal with them, the results can have a lifetime of negative effects. Remember, you're not weak, and just as importantly, it's not your fault. Work through your emotions, find help, and remember, you're not alone.